What is up, viewers? Welcome back to another Gran Turismo 7 online race. Today's race is going to be in Deep Forest, 14 laps around this racetrack, along with collisions and driver collisions on, penalties, and hitting the wall penalties are on, and this custom slipstream with I think 7 times tire wear and 4 times fuel, if I remember correctly. But this race was awesome. This is the second best race I have ever had, as we get the countdown started and the green flag is waving, and I started off the race in P1 because that's where I qualified. I did very well. I got a 1.26.9 on this racetrack. As we head into turn number 1 there, we had some Porsches behind us. These guys had some good pace at the beginning of the race, but I was just faster, making sure that I got myself to break away from the pack. Everyone was pretty close at the beginning though, which was honestly very well, except for that one guy at the back there on the minimap. Don't know what happened to him. Probably a false start. But we've had some insane racers in this, like 2 decent racers on this in this race. 2 extremely good racers, and I had a battle for first place with one of them, and that was pretty much the best battle I've ever had so far. The previous video I did, that was a good battle, but in this video it was even better, and I messed up the final turn there in that hairpin, but I was able to get back on track and save myself a lot of trouble there. So yeah, I led lap number 1 and also lap number 2. I basically led, like, I don't even know how many laps, but let's see what is going on behind us as we enter lap number 2. We're spectating Tora here, the Brazilian, the GTR Nismo, as he goes into turn number 1 with a drift. Don't know what that was about. Didn't have perfect control over his car, and the guy next to him had a 5-second penalty, and he completely lost control of his car and hits both walls on both sides, but turns in and hits G Jackson into the wall, causing him to also get a he got a 4-second penalty. Damn, he got a 4-second penalty because of that. That was not fair to G Jackson at all. That just wasn't fair to him. So honestly, that's good that I kept the lead. I made sure that I kept myself where I was supposed to be, and yeah, that's basically it there. I don't really know what else to say about in this race, but as I said earlier, as you guys can see there, the guy in 7th, Alex, this guy started in 15th. He started in P15, and he's quickly moving up the ranks, the leaderboard right now. He has phenomenal pace. He was the fastest racer in this race, and you guys will see why when it gets to that point. As we skip over to lap number 6, where all the action actually starts to begin. As you can see there now, Alex is now in 4th with Gilly's guy. He's been in 2nd place since starting from 7th, I think, and he's been gaining a lot of time on me. He's been catching up very quickly. I led the whole 6 laps pretty well without anyone catching up to me. I had a good gap between me and the other guys that were behind me, but Gilly's guy and Alex, those guys had phenomenal pace in this race. And I had to serve a penalty for the incident that I had there. I messed up a little corner, which was unfortunate for me. As we head into the hairpin, as you can see there, Gilly's guy, they're now moving on to the inside, taking first place away from me for the very first time in this race. And this is where the battle begins. The battle begins right here with me chasing down Gilly's guy now for first place once again. As I move on to the inside there, making sure that I get a good braking line, but I wasn't able to get it. But I took first place back there for a little bit, but he kept his pace and he got back first place. That was the first encounter, the first little battle we had. And I stayed within 4 or 3 seconds, 3-second gap between me and Gilly's guy. And yeah, this guy was great, but he was losing a little bit of control of his car over there. And he braked too much, causing me to give him a little tap. So that gave me a car collision penalty. So that's the first penalty I'm going to get in this race, unfortunately. But even so, I still continue to chase this guy down, not letting up, making sure that I catch this man back. Because this, as I said earlier, this is the battle. This is the battle that I mentioned earlier. As he goes into the hairpin, I go a little bit too deep into the hairpin there, losing a lot of time there. Now he's ahead of me for an entire second now as we head into the pits. Now, I went with the medium. Obviously, I went back with medium tires and no fuel because there was really no need to refuel the car. Most of everyone was running on hards. And most of everyone was running on hards and I was running on mediums only. So I didn't know that was the strat at the time. I didn't know that people were running hards at the beginning and then running mediums at the end. So that's probably why I messed up my pace. And then Gilly's guy was able to catch up to me in lap number 6, going into lap number 7. Well, lap number 6 into lap number 7. Yeah, that's the reason why he was able to catch up to me. But the battle is on again for first place. I am still gaining some pace here, trying to catch up to him, but he still is having a lot of trouble with his car. He's pressing way too hard on that accelerator whenever he gets out of the corner, so he's completely messing up himself here. But either way, it's still pretty good. As we now head into one of the final turns of the race. Not the final turn of the race, but the hairpin, sorry. Kind of messing up my English there. Prime I don't know what the guy in first was doing. He should have pitted while he was with us, because then he would have been able to get back his positions. But I think he's gonna lose that position now as we head into turn number 1 once again. Still gaining, still hunting down Gilly's guy. This man kept his pace for 3 whole laps, and I just tried my best to chase this man down. But as you can see, he's messing up a lot of his corners, so that's another thing that gave me enough time to catch up to him and was able to push myself even more. Okay, so I brake a little bit later there than him, but I still didn't have the pace. And yeah, his internet connection wasn't the best, so he was teleporting around a lot more. So yeah, I had to be wary of this guy, because any second his internet connection could cause me to hit into the back of him or even spin out or something. So there's Alex there now fighting for third, and me and Gillies here is fighting for first as we enter now the last turn of that sector, heading on to the long straight now, gaining significant pace here and time on first place, going on to the inside now, taking turn number 1 with phenomenal pace. and I was able to take back first place once again. So as I said, this battle was great. We were swapping in between each other. First, second. That's how it was for all of us, for both of us. And I made sure that I tried my best to break away. So that's why I switched to third gear way earlier than normal to try to break away from Gilly's guy. So I can get the gap between us a little bit further because, as I said, him and Alex. Alex is now in third, if you guys have noticed. This Brazilian had so much pace. It's insane how this guy caught up to us leaders from 17th position on the grid. It's absolutely insane. Like, kudos to that man for his pace. And there goes Gilly guy now diving onto the inside in the hairpin. Take him back first place once again. But the battle isn't ended. The battle has not ended there yet. It's still a chase. And it's still a battle as we enter the final turn again on that sector onto the straight in his slipstream. Even though slipstream is custom, I'm here now catching up to him once again, braking later than him, taking the first turn very well on that racing line, causing me to take back first place once again from Gilly's guy. So it was 3 swaps we did, but I lost control of my car and I tried not to hit the wall, but because I tried to avoid the wall, he crashed into me. So that's another car collision penalty that I have to serve. And that's Gilly's guy now in third. That gave Alex, excuse me, sorry for yawning. That gave Alex the position of second place. So now on lap 11, we got Alex in second and Gilly's guy in third. So here's a replay of that incident between me and Gilly's guy. As you can see, I lost control of my car there, trying to avoid the wall, going back on the track and causing him to smash into me and him back into the wall. And that allowed Alex to catch up to us and take second place. I'm sorry for that, Gilly's guy. I was just trying not to hit the wall because I know you get penalties for hitting the wall. So I'm sorry. Okay, so now we're going down into the hairpin, and Gilly's guy just smashed into Alex there. I didn't notice that until now. Gilly's guy did not brake properly and hit Alex right in the back, or one way or the other, I don't even know. But because I went too far in that hairpin as well, I have to serve another penalty of the race. And Alex this year, good race, congratulations for hitting him into the wall. And as you can see there, Alex has the fastest lap of the race. As I said, this guy has phenomenal pace. We're just going to be speeding up this part now because it's just me driving by myself until I serve the penalty where Alex is then going to catch up, and then it would be a chase down for first place once again. So I served my penalty, looking back to see how far Alex is. He's catching up. I brake a little bit way too early, and then there he goes now. That gave him enough time to catch up, and now the gap is steadily closing between me and Alex. As you can see right here, he's gaining more and more pace on me using that slipstream as he goes on to the inside, now passing me right on lap number 12 and taking first place. This man is the racer he is the MVP of this race. From P17 to first, guys. From P17 to first. This guy is phenomenal. Like, hats off for him. Literally, hats off for this man. So now on the last 2 laps now, I'm gonna spend majority of this time just chasing this guy down. But Gilly's guy is still in third. But the results is probably not going to be what you guys expect because of the car collisions and also the wall collision that I had there. So because of that, there's going to be a penalty for me. There's going to be a penalty for Gilly's guy. And I think Jude's, if that's his name, I think he has to... I can't really see. The screen is tiny right now. This is just a pre-recorded of me speaking. But yeah, I don't know. But because I had a clean race for the first 6 laps, and then Gilly's guy just came. I collided with him, and that caused me to have to serve a penalty at the end of the race. So we're now on the final lap of the race, and your leaders are Alex, me, Gilly's guy, Julius, or Judes, I think that's an L, and Waganar, and whatever that guy's name is. But the top 5, there you have it. We have Brazilian, me, Canadian, America, Brazilian again. So basically 2 Brazilians in the top 5, 2 Americans in the top 5, and 1 Canadian. So there you got that. Well, I'm not really based in America anyways, so it's just that GT7 doesn't have my region, so I had to choose whatever server that I am connected to, which is Florida. So yeah, as we now go into the chicane for the final time of this race, 14 laps now coming to an end. As you can see, once again, Alex with his phenomenal pace taking the pole position away from me, who got the fastest time in qualifying and finished 2nd place. What a race that was. I absolutely enjoyed that. I don't even care if I have to serve those penalties, but because of that 2-minute penalty, that dropped me down into 7th. Because of that 2-minute penalty, that dropped me into 7th place. But I don't care. I enjoyed that race. I had a fun time with it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed Alex's performance as well, because this man, as I said, started from 17th to 1st. So I hope you guys enjoyed the content, and I will catch you guys next time.